Good afternoon again, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around and joining us once again for Marietta College eSports. So let me tell you a little bit what's been going on lately since our last Rocket League match. So the Pioneers are now in the losers bracket, but they have a bye for this next round, so they will not be playing. But our League of Legends team is going to be going up against the College of Lake County in just a minute. In fact, the lobby is pretty much set up, so they're just about good to go. So let me give you the starting lineup for the Pioneers for our League of Legends team. So we still have Larson as our jungler, Cressman the mid lane, Dangerous Doge as AD carry, and MC Cowboy as support. For our top laner, we had to make a substitution today because Bludger is out of town this weekend. So we do have Rico Rodriguez is coming in to play our top lane. So once again, this is part of the Riot Games College League of Legends season. So our team's been playing against several teams for the past several weeks, and if they do well, then they will advance to the playoffs. So Marietta has been working very hard. The team's been practicing several times a week to get ready for this tournament. So as soon as the champion select is up, we will have that to you. Now, I will say that Marietta will be starting on the red side for this first game. It is a best-of-3 series. So Marietta will be on the red side, and I would assume that they'll pick blue side the next game. But looks like everyone is in the lobby, so as soon as we get the ready checks, we'll be good to go. And if there are any updates with Rocket League, we will get that to you as well. Like I said, our Rocket League team, they did fall to Toronto in the first round, so they are now part of the losers bracket. But they did get a bye in that in the next round. So the third round of the Rocket League tournament should be about 4:30 Eastern time. So as soon as we get that information to you as far as who they're playing, we'll get that to you. And I'm also going to try to get the Rocket League game showing up on here while we're having the League of Legends. So it might, we'll see how this goes. We're experimenting a little bit. It may get a little messy, but we just got to try it out and see what happens here. So as soon as yeah, everyone's in the lobby, so I think we're just waiting for everyone to get started. People are saying they're ready whenever they are, so as soon as someone hits the go button, we will get the game to you. I'm just waiting for someone to hit the go button, and we will have our next League of Legends match for you. So while we're waiting, thank you again for spending your afternoon with us. It is much appreciated. Your support is always appreciated when you come out and check out League of Legends here. I will be the first to admit that I'm not the best shotcaster in the world, probably not even remotely close. But thank you again for coming to check it out and see what Marietta College eSports is all about. They are saying we are ready whenever you guys are. So as soon as the lobby leader, whoever that is, ready to go, check something here real quick. We're just checking to make sure everyone is ready. I think they're just working out a couple of logistics here, so just hang tight for just a little bit longer and we'll be ready to go soon. Alright, there's a roster dispute, so give me 1 second. So let me double check something here. Hold on 1 second here. And it looks like they are underway, so let me get everything over here for you guys. So we are in Champ Select, so we'll see who the Pioneers decide to ban out. So we will not see Xerath. And we do see Anivia being banned out. So we will not see Anivia. Although Anivia is not a champion you see a whole lot right now in the meta, it is one that Lake County's mid laner has played a lot. So it is not surprising to see him being banned out. We do see the Rek'Sai being banned, so we will not see Rek'Sai in the jungle. Another one of those you don't see a whole lot lately. And we will not see Sion in the top lane. So looks like Rico did not want to either play him or play against him. And we will not see Xin Zhao being played, a very popular jungler, especially in the early game right now. And we see the Urgot being banned, so 2 pretty popular top lane champions being banned out early on. So let's see what they prioritize. So it looks like they're taking Lissandra right from the get-go. So I think we can assume that's going to be mid lane. Quite surprising they decided to pick Lissandra early on. And it looks like the Pioneers will be hovering over Ezreal. So we'll see if they lock him in. And in fact they do. Ezreal is pretty popular right now in this patch. We'll see what Mary decides to go with that. You know, a lot of combos. And it looks like picking the Lissandra right away. I mean, we already know that Lissandra is supposedly a mid laner. Could go top, but probably mid lane. So Cressman decided to pick Syndra to counter Lissandra. And we do see Warwick being picked for the jungle. At least I'm pretty sure that it's a jungle Warwick. Another one of those champions you don't see a whole lot in the meta right now, so it must be assumed that Fox McCloud is a fan of Warwick. So now we'll see their next pick. And it looks like they're going with Jhin. We'll try to see if they can use Jhin to counter Ezreal. And we see the Karthus being picked. Karthus has been extremely popular and very powerful in the jungle in the current patch. We've been seeing a lot in the EU. The EU professional matches. We see Nami being banned out. So I know Larson's been playing Karthus a little bit, so it looks like he's going to bring him out for this match. We do see the Thresh being banned, so we will not see him in the bot lane. And we'll see what the final bans are. So both sides still need a support and a top lane. We're not going to see the Morgana, so Marietta did not want to go up against that. So now, Lake County has one more ban.
It's your funeral.
And not the no York. This is very interesting, because I don't recall any of our players playing York, so I think they're just picking champions they don't want to play against. So now we'll see what Mary decides to go with next. And it looks like they're going with the Rakan for support. It's one that MC Cowboy does like a lot. No Zyra to go with it, but that's okay. Or Zaya. Yeah, Zaya, not Zyra. They all sound the same. We do see the Lux being picked, and I believe that's a Lux support. Unless they're going to put Lux in the mid lane and put Lissandra up top, but we're going to find out with this pick to see exactly what this comp is going to be. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Lux support. And we see a Garen up top. Another champion you don't really see a whole lot in the professional play, but Garen does have his spin to win. And we see the Malphite up top to the counter Garen. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. On the one end, Marietta's comp is pretty good in terms of the meta right now as far as champions that are very strong. With Lake County's comp, it's not really meta picks, but these are champions that these players are very comfortable with. So these picks are not too surprising just based on what they've played in the past. The only exception to that is with Space Marine. He's played Lissandra a little bit, but his preference is Anivia, but of course Anivia has been banned. So we will have to see how this match is going to go. And of course, we're going to have to wait because of the delay in the spectator delay. So we're going to have to wait another 3 minutes. So just as a reminder, thank you for coming out today and watching League of Legends and Rocket League with us. If you haven't done so already, be sure to follow us on all of our social media sites, so you can follow us on our Twitch channel here. So whenever we broadcast more League of Legends and more Rocket League matches, that you will be able to see those. You can follow us on Facebook. So just go to facebook.com/Marietta College eSports and just hit that like button or that follow button or both. You can go to our Twitter. You can go to twitter.com/Marietta eSports. You can follow us there. About any updates if you have a Twitter account, so be sure to follow us. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just got that put together a couple weeks ago. So what we're trying to do is put all of our matches on YouTube. As you're aware, on Twitch, the VODs for Twitch only last for so long. For our channel, they only last for 2 weeks, and afterwards they're gone forever. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you can watch all of our matches, even if they occur months previously. So you can go to our YouTube channel, which is bit.ly/Marietta College eSports. You can hit the subscribe button there, and then that way when we upload all of our matches, you will know when they're up, and you can check them out there. So after today, we'll try to get both our Rocket League and League of Legends matches up on there for you guys, so you can check that out. So we still got about another minute and 10 remaining on the stream delay. Let me check out a couple of other scores with what's going on with the college, so that way you guys are aware of things that are going around with Marietta College athletics. So right now our men's basketball team is up 55-38 second half. In the second half, with 14:22 left in that, so they're doing very well in their game against Heidelberg. For women's basketball, playing at Heidelberg right now, they're up 63-39 with 1:06 left in the third period. So our Women Pioneers basketball team is doing exceptionally well, so keep the good work there. And I want to see how our lacrosse did. See if I can find that. I'll try to see if I can find our lacrosse results, because they were ahead last time I checked. I want to see if they actually won. Here we go. It looks like, yeah, our first men's lacrosse game, the Pioneers did win 14-7. So congratulations to the men's lacrosse team for their for winning their first game of this season. And now we are at the loading screen for our game. So as soon as that loads for you, we will get that up and running. Give us a second here as the game is loading. Okay, so as soon as everything's loaded, we will get this to you. So just hang tight for another minute. So here we are. Game 1 is underway. Marietta College versus College of Lake County. So if you think Marietta can win this, let's see that hype in the chat. Our Pioneers have already won their lacrosse game. They're winning in their basketball game for both men and women's. So let's see if Marietta can win in League of Legends today as well. So let's see all that hype in the chat. And we do see a little bit of level 1 shenanigans going on here. No invades, but just a little bit of trading damage between Lux and Karthus, and just trying a little bit of poke here and there. While we are waiting for a little action to take place, we do want to thank our friends over at Blind Wave for hosting this game on their channel. So if you are watching this from Blind Wave, welcome. Hope you have a great time here watching the Pioneers take on College of Lake County, taking on the Lancers. So it looks like the Lancers will start with their red buff for their Warwick, while the Pioneers will start with the blue buff, which makes sense. Karthus does need some mana to get going. So, nothing too much going on here in the very early part of the game. It's just farming, training a little bit of damage. We do see some pings going on the river. Marietta does suspect that Warwick is in the blue side river, and they would be guessing correctly. We do see MC Cowboy taking a little bit of damage. He's already about half health. But he's going to be just fine. But he's going to be careful because, I mean, those Lux roots can be quite dangerous. And it looks like that Karthus was able to steal the blue buff, and the pings are going out. Everyone's trying to collapse on the Karthus, but here comes Malphite trying to stop Garen. And it looks like Karthus is going to have to flash away. He's already very low. And we do see first blood going to Lake County. So Crestman was trying to get there to help. It might have been just a little too late. Let's see if they can get any kills, but looks like Lake County is going to get away without losing anything. Although we do see Warwick coming after Crestman. He's just able to collapse on Syndra. And he is going to get the kill. So that's already 2 kills for Lake County. And we do see Warwick there just waiting, knowing that Karthus was there. And Karthus does go down, but so does Warwick. You do gotta love Karthus' passes. So even though he does go down, he's able to get some damage on Warwick to get that trade. But right now, it just seems like a lot of misplays by the Pioneers. I mean, maybe Larsen's being a little too aggressive and getting caught out. And Mary does not do much, is not really able to respond very quickly to those. But they are going to be careful with these misplays. At this point, the best thing the Pioneers can do right now is being behind already with 2 kills onto Warwick and 1 onto Lysandra. Is just try to get their farm up and then just let the mid-let games take care of the rest. We do see that the bot lane, Lake County, was able to push up the lane. But not much they can do with that just yet. The Ocean Drake is up, but they're not going to be able to go after it just yet. And we do see Warwick getting pinged out, so they do know where he's at. It's a really nice ward placement there. The question is, they're wondering if Warwick is trying to go for the dragon, but they're going to find out pretty quick that he's not just yet. It looks like Warwick is trying to go after Marietta's blue buff. Now it appears he's starting up the dragon, and Marietta's going to have a somewhat of a chance to respawn. Larson Cressman did have to back, so right now it's just the bot lane that would be able to contest the dragon. So I do think that the Ocean Drake is going to go to the Lancers. Yeah, and they're just giving this up. They're just letting him take it. So with that right now, the Lancers are up by about 2k gold. Now granted, with their first blood, a couple kills, and a dragon, that's definitely going to help. But they are also winning in the CS battle in all 3 lanes. And it's looking like we're seeing a gank potential in the top lane. At least Karthus was nearby, but looks like he's just going after the golems, but not actually going for an engage just yet. The thing with Karthus, though, is even though he had 2 deaths, it's one of those where once he gets enough AP, his Requiem is just going to do insane damage. And we do see Ezreal getting caught out and getting down to about half health. But it looks like he's going to be okay. And we do see Garen trying to do his spin over there, clearing a lot of CS. Not doing a whole lot of damage to Malphite, though, but he is definitely winning the CS battle. We do see Ezreal getting stunned again, getting very low, and he will go down. Yeah, so right now the problem with the Pioneers is just making mistakes. And they're going to have to make sure they're not getting caught out, make sure they're not getting stunned. But right now, because of these mistakes, they're letting Lake County just take complete control of the game. We do see MC Cowboy getting stunned up, and he goes down too. You see Lysandra taking some damage there. Looks like we'll get caught. And Lysandra does go down. We do see Warwick popping his ult onto Syndra. And Syndra goes down. But we do see Karthus going down as well and trying to get some damage on him. He does pop the ult. And does that catch anyone? Does not. Unfortunately. Just needs a bit more AP to be effective. So we do see the ult coming in, or not the ult, but the charge coming in for Lux, and Lux does go down. And we do see Jin popping his ult. So can Danger still dodge all of it? He takes one, it's just survived by a sliver of health. But he's going to have to back out of there. So Marietta does get a kill. And it looks like Jin is trying to chase, but will not get it. Yeah, so right now the problem is the Pioneers are so far behind it in farm that they're going to have to get their CS up, otherwise they're just going to keep losing these trades. We do see the teleport coming in the top lane to try to contest this tower to prevent Garen from getting it. You see a little bit of roaming going on here, but not a whole lot of catching anyone off. So the next Drake is up, and it is an Infernal Drake, so we do see everyone's starting to converge around there. And we see the Warwick popping his ult and misses. They will go after the Karthus. The Lux ult comes out, and Warwick goes down. So this is a chance for Pioneers to come in and take that dragon with Warwick down. And they'll take the blue buff while they're at it, clear some wards. And they will start up this dragon. Lux will try to do something about it. I mean, there are several of the Lancers around here. And they do get the stun off, and the ult goes off onto Lux. And she gets extremely low, and the Karthus ult will come out. Is that enough to finish her off? And it is enough to finish her off. And blue team and the Lancers steal the dragon with Lissandra and just killing 2 of the Pioneers, 3 of them. Oh, that is a gut wrencher there. So Lissandra steals the dragon and then takes down 3 of the Pioneers. And with that, a couple towers are going to be going towards the Lancers. And they do get first turret. So at 13.5 minutes in, the Lancers are up by about 6,000 gold. And they even got the Rift Hail during all that, and we've taken a lot of damage onto this mid tower. The Lux goes out and gets Karthus down to half health. But that's about all they're going to be able to do. But it looks like they are going to be able to get this tower down without too much trouble. Although the Pioneers are trying to come back and defend this tower. So right now the Marietta just has to work on getting their farm up. They're going to have to get their farm, working on some picks. And we do see Rakan getting stunned and just popping up some ults, and he'll go down very quickly. Right now, Marietta's going to have to find some way to get a push in here, and they just haven't gotten a single tower down. Not even close to getting any damage to any of these towers. And we do see the Jhin ult coming in and just completely wrecking Karthus. He pops the Requiem, but right now it's just not enough damage to do anything. And right now, they're just pretty much annihilating the Pioneers left and right. The Marietta can't do anything to defend this. We're already at an 11,000 gold difference 16 minutes into the game. So while we are trying to wait for the Pioneers to see what they can do about defending this, we are still waiting for the results for Rocket League. The next matches should be starting soon, but there has not been a setup yet for the next game, so we don't know what's going on there just yet. As soon as we do, we will get that up to you here as well. But right now, this is the Lancers' game to win. They're going to have to look for picks, and looks like Dressman popped the ult for Lysandre, but it's just not enough to do anything. And we see Cinder going down, and Larson goes down as well. Yeah, at this point, Lake County is just too strong with 12,000 gold lead and not even 20 minutes into the game. And we do see that Ezreal goes down, and the hourglass goes down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Marietta is trying to get something here onto Jin. They do get the shutdown, but Larson gets very low too, and it's looking like he's going to be close to going down, but he may just barely get away. And meanwhile, they do the Lancers do get the next Drake, so they have 2 Infernal Drakes now. So that's going to make them even more dangerous. So right now, all Marietta can do is just try to defend, look for picks, but this is a very uphill battle. And it looks like Karthus does go down again. And I am receiving word that the Rocket League's next match will be against University of Kentucky. So we do see the Jin ult coming out here, and it looks like Syndra's going to go down, and Lysandre's going to be going in here, and gets the ult and gets Dangerous Doge down. So that's already 3 dead for the Pioneers, 4 dead. So this should be an inhibitor, and it may be enough to finish the game. So they do get the inhibitor, so now they're going to try to get the top inhibitor. Now everyone from Marietta is up, but this is going to be their last stand, and they're going to have to do something miraculous if they're going to be able to hold off the Lancers. They get the stun off, but just not enough damage for anything. So it looks like Lake County will be heading towards the Baron, and with no vision, this should be a free Baron. Although Marietta is probably, well, they do get the blue orb down, so they are aware that they are going for the Baron. And it looks like they are going to peel off and maybe try to look for a pick on the Pioneers. But with 21, almost 22 minutes in the game, we are looking at about a a 15,000 gold difference. Marietta's going to have to do something here. They get the stun onto Garen, but it's just not enough damage. They're just too far behind. Especially when there's 2 lanes of super minions on the way. So it looks like Lake County is going to be trying to go for the Baron again. They try to clear off the vision. And with no vision, this should be a free Baron. The Reckoning will come down, but it only does about maybe 10 to 20% of their health. So there's just not enough AP on Karthus to be effective. So with the Baron, it looks like they are going to be heading towards the red buff and maybe getting the next dragon. So as soon as they get the Baron and the dragon buff, it's probably not going to be too much longer with this game. And it is another Infernal Drake. So Baron buff with triple Inferno is going to be extremely deadly. They're already picking off the Pioneers very easily, and this is going to make it that much easier for them. So we do see some connection going on in the bot lane, but at this point, Marietta will go down. Looks like, yeah, Crespin goes down, the top tower goes down. They're just too far ahead at this point. So we have 2 down for the Pioneers. Lysandra will go down with a shutdown, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. With 4 down for the Pioneers, all that's left is Dangerous Doge, and they're already working getting the Nexus towers down. They are working on the second X tower, but although a couple of the Lancers have gone down, but there's still 2 remaining. And Marietta's starting to respawn, but the Nexus is already half up with Baron and powered minions. And game 1 will go to Lake County. So that is an unfortunate loss. I mean, Marietta's going to have to make some major adjustments in the next game if they're going to get through here. Give us a second here as we get the lobby set up for the second round. So we'll see what adjustments Mary can make. A lot of the mistakes seem to be in the early game. Just giving away some deaths and giving a chance to snowball that. Hold on here as we get in here. So Marietta will be on the blue side this time. We are getting the lobby formed up now. And it looks like the lobby is formed up. So as soon as we have Champ Select underway, we will get that to you. We're getting the readies checks in. We are in Champ Select, so let's see what adjustments can be made in the band pick phase, and then we'll also see what adjustments can be made during the game. Although I will say that with the Champ Select, the comp was fine. There weren't really any issues with the comps. I wouldn't be surprised if they go with a similar comp this time around. So we're already seeing the same bands. We won't be seeing Anivia or Xerath here. This time we do see Jin being banned out. So Lake County will not be using that this time. And we do see the Karthus being banned out, so we won't see Larson playing Karthus this time either. Apparently, it seems like Lake County was not a fan of Karthus in general. That may explain why they went after him a lot in the last game. We still see the Urgot being banned, so we will not see him in the top lane. And we still won't see Xin Zhao. So let's see what the Pioneers will prioritize in this game. And we do see the Sion being locked in very quickly for Rico. Let's see how Lake County will respond to that. And they still go with the Lissandra for the mid lane. And the Warwick, which I can't say I'm too surprised, because both Lissandra and Warwick did pretty well in that last game. We should expect to see them. But we'll see if Marietta has a way to counter both Lissandra and Warwick here. We do see the Sivir being locked in. See what Marietta has to go with that. And the brand! We have not seen the brand being played a lot lately. Usually gets banned in all of Marietta's matches. So this will be interesting because Brand is a flex pick right now. He could be in mid lane, he could be support. So we'll just have to see the picks that Lake County goes with, and then we'll see eventually where that Brand is going. We do see the Twitch getting picked for the bot lane, so we will see Sivir going up against that. Now we'll see what the next bans are. We do see Aatrox being banned, which is interesting because the top laner's already been picked, so maybe they're thinking that maybe they'll go with an Aatrox jungle. We see the Lulu getting banned, so we won't be seeing that in the bottom lane. So Lake County still has to pick their top laner and their support. So interesting they went with Lulu. I would think if they were not a fan of the Lux to ban Lux instead. And we won't see Thresh in as support.
There's always another way.
And we don't see the Nami coming out. We'll see what they pick next. I mean, they could go with Lux, they could go with Garen if they wanted to. I wouldn't be surprised if we see either one of those in this pick. And we see the Nasus being locked in. That one I'm surprised with. I don't know if that's a mispick. And we do see the Zillion getting picked. Which Zillion is also another flex pick because he could be the mid or support. So now this is... Marietta is playing some really good mind games here. Because we don't know whether we're going to see Zillion in mid or Brand mid. And we do see Larson locking in the Kindred for the jungle. So now, we really still don't know what Marietta is going to go with, but I like this. Playing the mind games with the enemy to make them guess. And it looks like we will see Lux as support. So now the question is, who's the mid lane, who's the support? And it's looking like Zillion's going to be mid. Are we getting Zillion mid? I think we are. So Zillion's mid, and we're getting Brand on support. And I would think that I would think there'd be a switch in the top and bot lanes for Lake County's side. Unless they're not in LCS order. That is another possibility. I don't think they got it set up in LCS order, which is not a huge issue. Because that is definitely not NASA's bot lane and Twitch top lane. There is no way that's happening. Yeah, so it has to be... yeah, that's got to be a NASA's top lane. I don't know why that would be that would be very interesting if that were the case. Alright, just checking on the Rocket League match. I don't think that's happened yet. So I'm not so sure what's going on with Rocket League. We do know that they're going to be playing against University of Kentucky. But I haven't seen anything yet with the actually playing. Let me check a couple of things here. while we are waiting for this match to pop up and seeing what's going on with Rocket League, be sure to follow us on all of our social media fronts if you haven't done so already. You can follow us on our Twitch channel here. You can follow us on Facebook at Marietta College eSports. You can follow us on our Twitter at Marietta eSports. You can go to our YouTube channel, which would be bit.ly/Marietta College eSports. You can do all of that. I check what's going on here. It doesn't look like the game has started yet. No, the game has not started yet. So I'm going to see what's going on with our Rocket League game. Yeah, so we're still just trying to see what's going on here with Rocket League and trying to get them set up. And this may be one of those where we'll have both League of Legends and Rocket League up on our stream at the same time. So that would be a very interesting broadcast. While we are waiting, we want to thank once again our friends over at Blind Wave for hosting for us. So those of you that are watching this stream from Blind Wave's channel, greetings, hello, thank you for checking us out. We do have about 20 seconds left while we're waiting for the spectator delay for our game. So once we have that, we will get that up and running for you guys. And it looks like the Rocket League team is trying to getting the lobby set up right now. So once that's set up, we will try to get that to you as well. The spectator delay is done, so all of our champions will be loaded. So as soon as everything's loaded, we will get that to you. Hang tight just a little bit longer. Let's get a couple things set here. Alright, we are underway. This is game 2 of Marietta College versus College of Lake County. So if you think Marietta can do the reverse sweep and take this game and the next one, let's see that hype in the chat.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And while we are waiting for everyone here getting in position, I mean, it looks like people are kind of converging around the middle a little bit, but no, doesn't look like any early invades, no shenanigans like that. You see a little trading here going off with Lux just trying to poke a little bit.
Minions have spawned.
As soon as the Rocket League match starts, we'll get that to you on here as well. You see a little bit of trading going on between Zillion and Space Marine, the Sandra. So it looks like Larson will start with his red buff. We see Warwick going with his blue buff first. And it looks like there is a pause. I'm not sure what's going on there, so there might be a disconnect. There might be something. We'll have to see what's going on. I'm gonna bet that someone's having a some connection issue. Find out what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like Crestman had to pause the game for a little bit, but everything is good now. Not so sure why the pause was there. Maybe there might have been a lag spike or something. Not sure. And the Rocket League lobby is still being set up, so as soon as everything is good to go, we will get that to you on here. Right now we do see Larson, the Red Side River. And he does get pinged out, and we'll head towards down his blue jungle. So right now the CS is pretty even on both sides. Although what's going to be really interesting is with Nasus and his Q, and see how much he can get his Q up to really ramp up. So that is going to take some time. And it is looking like the... Okay, I thought that maybe they were going to have the lobby ready to go for the Rocket League match, but I guess they're not ready just yet. So I'm trying to keep an eye. It looks like there is some damage going to Lysandra, and first blood does go to the Pioneers. So of course I'm checking what's going on with Rocket League, and while that's going on, Larson goes in with the gank and gets Lysandra down for first blood. But that is a good start for the Pioneers. That is exactly what they need to get this game going. We do see a little bit of training going in the bot lane. In fact, Dangerous Doge is already less than half health. So he is pretty vulnerable right now. We do MC Cowboy putting on the harassment in the bot lane as well, because Twitch is also about a little over half health. And he is trying to put some damage onto Twitch, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to get him off, finish him off just yet. We see some trading going here in the top lane as well. Nasus is already at half health. We do see the first Drake is up, and it looks like it is a Cloud Drake. So I don't expect anyone to go after that anytime soon. Right now CS is still pretty even. Although Nasus is getting a slight lead over Scion, but shouldn't be a huge issue. We do see Warwick heading a little bit in that direction. But it looks like he's really focusing more on the mid lane. Maybe trying to see if he can get a gank onto Crestman, but with that ward there, he will get caught out. We do see Kindred coming in here to see if they get another gank onto... And Lysandra comes out, and Kindred's already at half health. And Warwick was there for the counter gank. So with that, Lake County will take the lead by just a little bit, by about 500k gold, not 500k, 500 gold lead, sorry. Right now in bot lane, CS seems to be pretty evenly matched. I mean, there's a very, very slight lead for Dangerous Doge, but it's nothing substantial yet. But we are seeing that Lissandra and Nasus are starting to get CS leads in their respective lanes. We do see the gank attempt in the mid lane, and Larson will take a couple of turret shots and have to back away. Meanwhile, Warwick is starting to head up there, knowing that Kindred is low on, a little bit low on health. And we do see Lux getting the stun in, and MC Cowboy will go down. And the Lux ult comes in, but Dangerous Doge will flash away, but he does eventually go down. Lux getting the double kill. And the Lancers will be going for the Drake. And Cressman is there to contest it, but it's looking like that they will be, looks like Lancers will be getting this Cloud Drake. Right now, bot lane is still pretty well pushed out, because even though Lux got the 2 kills, that is on the support and not onto Twitch. And we do see Kindred going after the Warwick, but Larson's already getting very low on health. But here comes Sion with his ult coming in, and Warwick will pop his ult to try to get some health, but he will go down. And Nasus tries to do something about it, but Cressman's there to say, nope, you're not doing anything here. So Marietta does get a nice kill onto Warwick, which is what they need to get back into this. And that Lux ult does take MC Cowboy very low. And meanwhile, it looks like the Marietta's trying to go after Lissandra. And we do have the next game with the Rocket League going on here. So let me see if I can get this down. Let me get this here on the corner. And while that's going on, Twitch does get Sivir down. Alright, so we do have the Rocket League match going on here. So we got Marietta against Kentucky. So this is going to be interesting, trying to dual cast 2 games at the same time. And it's looking like that... Okay, it looks like the score's off a little bit. So Marietta is orange. So let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Meanwhile, Kindred goes down. Lissandra does get the kill on him. So let me see if I can adjust the scene here. Because I do believe... No, not Marietta is blue. No, Marietta is blue. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is correct. So Marietta did get the first score in the Rocket League match. Yeah, so trying to watch 2 games here at the same time. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. So right now, about 11 minutes into the game, into the League of Legends game, the Lancers are up about 3k gold, which is not as bad as the last game. So they can definitely turn this around with a couple of good kills, a nice pick. So still very early. Meanwhile, in the Rocket League game, looks like Marietta is trying to get the ball down towards the goal, and Jaw will score. So that's 2-0 for the Pioneers in Rocket League. Just as a reminder, with the Rocket League game, it is a double elimination. This is the round in the losers bracket, so loser goes home. So this is a very critical game for the Rocket League team because they have to win to stay in. And meanwhile, we do see some trade in the top lane in the League of Legends match between Sion and Nasus. Nasus does have a pretty good lead, although he doesn't have any kills. He is ahead in CS by a hefty amount. And we do see an explosion going on in the Rocket League game there. Rek did get kind of exploded there. Meanwhile, some training going on in the bot lane in the League of Legends game. And Sivir gets down very low and has to pop his heal. And we do see Kindred not too far, so he might try to go for a gank. But there is a ward there that spots him out. And Twitch will get him. And Lissandra's down there too. Pop the teleport to just completely annihilate the bot lane. So there's no point in Kindred trying to do anything at that point. So they will be pushing, and it looks like the Rift Herald went to Lake County as well. So Warwick did get that. So it looks like Lake County will get this first tower. And it does appear that in Rocket League, Kentucky does get a score on the Pioneers. And just getting that tap in there. But Marietta is still up 2-1 in this game. We do see a team fight going in the mid lane over here, but Lissandra pops her ult to stay alive, but so many of the Pioneers are down. And we do see Sion coming in with his ult, but it's just a little too late. They may try to get some damage onto Warwick, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to finish him off. He's just slowly getting ticked off and just gets by a slither of health. So that is 2 for 1 in favor of Lake County. And we do see explosion going on in the Rocket League game there. So a lot of pings are going out in the Ocean Drake. So it looks like Marietta may be going for a beeline for it. But Lake County will ping, and knowing that they are there, or at least they're going to get vision over by the Dragon. So if the Lancers decide to go for it, that Marietta can try to respond to it. So in Rocket League right now, Marietta is just trying to get the ball to the other side. They're still up 2-1 with 1:30 to go in this first game. But it looks like Kentucky's trying to make a play for the ball. And they try to hit the goal, and it does get deflected. The save by Jaw, a really nice save there. But Kentucky's going to try to get take another shot in there. Meanwhile, in League of Legends, Lake County is going for the Ocean Drake. And the vision has been cleared. So Marietta is not going to be able to do anything about this. So this will be a free Drake for the Lancers. And we do get the 1 minute warning. And Kentucky does score, so it is now 2-2. And we do see Lux going in trying to get the start of the League of Legends game, but does not connect. So we see a lot of converging going here in the mid lane, so we could see a team fight. And we do see Kindred getting stunned and has to flash away. And Lissandra will pop the ult. And Zillion will pop his ult to resurrect, but he's just going to get picked off again. And we do see Rocket League take it easy, bro, for the Pioneers does score. So now they're up 3-2. With 47 seconds left in the first game. And meanwhile, League of Legends looks like Brand will go down as well. So Lake County should be able to get this mid tower. So they do get the tower down. Meanwhile, there does seem to be a pause in the... I don't know if it's a pause or it might be an issue with the connection with the Rocket League game. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. So I really don't know what's going on with the Rocket League game right now, but once we do get an update, I'll be sure to let you know. Meanwhile, we do see Nasus here in the top lane just putting a bunch of damage onto Kindred. He does get this. He does get stunned. He's just going after Kindred and does get him down. And meanwhile, there's a lot going on in the bot lane. The Rift Herald gets summoned, and Brand will go down. And that tower does go down. Meanwhile, Nasus does get Scion down as well. He's just become quite the tank himself with a really high CS. And this Rift Herald gets the bottom inhibitor tower already down to half health. And they're going to get this tower down very quickly. And they may even get the inhibitor as well. And it's looking like in the top lane that the turret will go down as well. Okay, we do see that the game is unpaused, and it looks like it was tied, so they are in overtime right now. And just with that, Kentucky gets the score at the very last second, just as the stream came back up for that. So it looks like Kentucky will take game 1 against the Pioneers. It is a best of 3. Though, so Marietta is going to have to step it up a little bit if they're going to stay in, because if they lose the next game, they are out of the tournament. Meanwhile, we do see in League of Legends, Nasus being chased, but he pops his ult, and Lux will pop his ult onto Cressman, who's dangerously low, and his ult's not ready, so if he takes another hit, he goes down just like that. And meanwhile, they're just not able to get Nasus down. Although they do get the shutdown with Bran, and another shutdown, so that's 2 shutdowns for the Pioneers. And we do see Lysandra coming in to go after Kindred. And does get Kindred down. So right now with 18 minutes into the game, Lake County is up by about 9,000 gold. Meanwhile, we do see the lobby being set up for the next match. So we're just going to hide that for a second. As soon as we get that set up for you, since they're good to go, we will get that the next game to you. But the shutdown gold helps, but Marietta is going to have to do something here, because they're just not able to push in any of the lanes. And it does look like the next game is underway, so we will get that to you. So this is a best of 3 against Kentucky. And we do see some damage going on to Lux. Getting pretty low, and she goes down. So that will help, although pressure is still going in the top lane as well. And meanwhile, game 2 of Rocket League has started with Marietta versus Kentucky. So Marietta has to win this to stay alive in the tournament. If they lose, they will be out of the qualifier tournament. Meanwhile, Marietta just completely annihilates Warwick. So that's exactly what they need. Meanwhile, we do see Twitch and Lysandra over by the Ocean Drake. They probably will get that down because Marietta will not be able to contest it in time. But that's what Marietta needs to do. They just need to be able to get these picks. Meanwhile, it looks like Marietta does score in Rocket League. The game is paused a little bit. I think that's just going to be a network issue, but okay, we're back. But Marietta does score against Kentucky in Rocket League. And trying to keep track of 2 games at once is fun. We do see Marietta is trying to deflect away from Kentucky. Meanwhile, Marietta is just trying to avoid Lux in the League of Legends game. And it's looking like they're trying to clear some vision and maybe try to set up vision for the Baron. And there are pings going out there, so Marietta knows that's where Lake County is trying to hover, and they do spot out the Lux. Meanwhile, Nasus is still contesting the top lane, so someone's going to have to keep contesting him, because otherwise he's going to keep farming his Q. And Lysandra goes in, and the Lux all comes out and gets MC Cowboy dangerously low. The Zillion all comes in to to resurrect him. But there's just so much damage going out. Bran does eventually go down, and while Sion's being taken, just no one is going down for the Lancers. And there's already 2 deaths on the Pioneer side. Meanwhile, another turret will go down. So with that, the Lancers can go up and probably contest Baron. It looks like they're not doing so just yet. Looks like Warwick and Twitchers are going to start up the Baron, and everyone else will follow suit. Marietta is suspecting that they're going for the Baron. There is no vision, so Marietta's going to have to go in there blind if they want to contest the Baron. And meanwhile, in Rocket League, got about 3 minutes left in the game. Marietta's still up 1-0, but it's looking like Kentucky wants to try to get a score in, but Marietta's doing a pretty good job keeping the ball on their side. And with that said, the ball is now on Marietta's side. You're going to have to be able to defend this. And the shot goes in, and Kentucky does score, so it is now 1-1. I hate Castor's Curse. Meanwhile, in League of Legends, we do see a good stun going off by Zillion. But they are trying to be chased down. But they did get the Baron. So they're just moving down mid lane, just trying to see what they can get. And with Kindred down, it's going to be really difficult to defend. You see the bot inhibitor tower going down for the Pioneers. And we even see Brand going down very quickly. It just seems like that Lake County is just too powerful at this point, being up by 14,000 gold 23 minutes into the game. They do get the tower down, and it looks like they're going to be contesting the inhibitor. And it looks like the mid inhibitor has gone down. This could be enough to finish the game. Just 2 inhibitors are down. 2 of the Pioneers are already down, and we have Baron empowered minions along here. We do see the shot going into the Rocket League, and almost tried to get a goal there and didn't quite connect. We do see the 3rd inhibitor going down for the Pioneers in League of Legends. So this could be the Marietta's last stand. We do see Warwick coming in, getting the fear off, popping his ult. Doesn't connect with anyone, but does get the fear. And looks like they're getting driven away. You do see Silver popping her ult, but Kindred will go down. And then Lux will connect. And Zillion will have to pop his ult, but he goes down. Meanwhile, Kentucky does get a score on the Pioneers in Rocket League. But with 3 of the Pioneers already down, 4 of them, this is probably going to be enough to finish the game. Because all that's left is Brand. And they're trying to see if they get a kill on him. And they do get the ace. And meanwhile, Kentucky does score again. So now Kentucky's up 3-1. And Marietta will fall to Lake County in League of Legends. So that is an unfortunate loss for the Pioneers. Meanwhile, Marietta does get another score in, so now they're only down 2-3. Since this game's almost there, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to Rocket League real quick to that match for you. We will not have the audio up for you for this. I do apologize for that. We did get it working, but to get both games going simultaneously, we won't be able to have the audio for both up. But Marietta still has about 50 seconds left to see if they can get a score in to at least tie the game. So they are going to have to make a play over here. The ball is over on the side, and we do see trying to connect there and just misses. So they got about 35 seconds left, and Kentucky was able to deflect it. So Marietta's going to has 30 seconds left to make a shot here. They're going to have to do something to get this into overtime. Otherwise, the game will go to Kentucky, and Marietta will be out of the qualifier tournament. Now they're down to 20 seconds left. So they are driving the ball down. It does get knocked back. And Rectus misses. And there's down to about 8 seconds left. So they're going to have to drive over to make a score. And they got one last shot to try to get the ball up, and that's going to be it. So unfortunately, that is game 2 for Kentucky. So that does mean Kentucky takes the series. So since this was double elimination, that does mean that Marietta College is out of the tournament as well. So that was unfortunate that both the Rocket League and League of Legends team fall today. But it was still a fun day. Hope you had a great time here. And we do see another game going here. Let me check something a little off before we sign off here. So they are playing another game, so I'm not too sure what's going on here. But we'll go ahead and get this back up here for you while this is going on, but I was pretty sure that Kentucky won the first game. Maybe it was wrong? Maybe Marietta was orange to their side. Well, I'm going to shout out this game anyway since they are playing. So, Marietta did get the score here, so Jal does get the gets this in. So let's just see if they can. And we do see a nice shot there by Rec, but it does get deflected. That would have gone to the net otherwise. You see another shot attempt there and kind of whiffed it there a little bit. Marietta is trying to get the ball. It looks like it is clear to get a score, but Kentucky does try to get the ball back over here. Well, we do have this up. I'm going to go ahead and change the Twitch title to the fact that it is going to be Rocket League. We will adjust that here. There we go. We do see some attempts over at the trying to get into the goal, but it doesn't look like anything connects there just yet. Kentucky is trying to bring the ball down, and Rec just brings it all the way back. A very nice hit there. So we do see the demolition going here. And the ball gets knocked back over. So there's 2 minutes left in this game. So we'll see if Marietta can defend. They do not get a nice block over there. And Kentucky does try to center the ball and is trying to take a shot. And no, they don't take a shot. It just kind of goes off to the side here. And we do see a very nice shot there by Recht. Only to have Kentucky knock it back, but a really good save there by Take It Easy, Bro. So there's about 1:20 left in the round. And we do see a nice save there by Jal to prevent the score. But we do see Kentucky getting the score there. So now it is tied 1-1. There's about a minute left, so we'll see if the Pioneers can get another score in. We do get the 1 minute warning. So the ball's just kind of or wherever, and we'll see if Marietta can. They're starting to drive up the ball towards the center, and does get deflected back. And a nice hit there by Wrecked. And we see a counter hit by Kentucky. And they do try to hit towards the goal, but it will not connect. Not even close. We see Joel hitting the ball way down the end. There's 18 seconds left. Ten seconds remaining. So it's looking like, unless something happens right here, and Kentucky scores at the buzzer. You do not see that happen often, but right when the clock hits 0, and with that, Kentucky does win the game. And I'm pretty sure that's going to mean that Kentucky will take the match. So I'm going to try to get confirmation about seeing exactly what is going on here before I try to swap to anything else. But with that, I do know for a fact that that does mean that Kentucky has won at least 2 games. I don't know if it was a 1-2 or 2-1. But that should be it for us. So, unfortunately, neither team was able to advance, but that's alright. Hope you had a great time here. So, thank you again for spending your afternoon with us. Once again, if you haven't had a chance, be sure to follow us with all of our updates. So you can follow our Twitch channel here. You can follow us on Facebook at Marietta College eSports, Twitter at Marietta eSports, and you go to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/Marietta College eSports. I'm getting one message. Double check one thing here real quick before signing off. Alright, yeah, so that will do it for us. So thank you again for spending your afternoon with us. We will have more games for you next week with our League of Legends game. We don't know who we're playing against just yet, but as soon as we find out, we will have that information up on our Facebook and Twitter. So once again, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Hope you have a great evening.